All right, today we've got a couple of the dual action sanders from Milwaukee Tool. These are the M12 6-inch random orbit sanders. Model number for the 3/16 here is 2585-20, and the model number for the 3/32 here is 2584-20, and that's the model number for each of the bare tools only. Um, like I said, these are both 6-inch dual action random orbit sanders. So these are primarily geared or designed for auto body technicians. So one helps you work on the the body of the vehicle after you've done some repair work, hypothetically, or for example, you put some filler in, you want to bring the filler down, remove a little bit of the material there to make a smoother surface. That's what this sander would be for. This sander here, the 3/32, would be for your more finished side of the house, where you're maybe sanding between clear coats even. Um, so both of the sanders here do offer a variable speed of 3,200 to 12,000 RPM. They both weigh about 2.1 pounds each without the batteries. The dimensions on them, they're about 7.1 inches in length and 4 inches in height, and about 4 inches in width. They both come with a hook and loop pad, as well as a pressure sensitive adhesive pad. So just for various angles of work and the degree of sensitivity that you might be dealing with, you can kind of toggle between those two options on either of them. They both also offer left and right vacuum ports. So basically all I did was I just threw one on one and the other on the other, just to give you a quick illustration of how adaptable it is. I will say one of the great things about these tools or these sanders is their dust port capability. So if you've got any of the Milwaukee cordless wet dry vacuums, these things are, they come adaptable basically out of the box. They actually come with an adapter that you can just click onto the chute there, and then you just hook that into the wet dry vac, and you now have dust control, which is a great thing for these types of sanders. It just keeps your work area clean. So a little bit of specifics about each one of them. So the 3/16, it has a much more, or a bit more aggressive throw. Like I said, this is intended for your heavier material remover, like body filler, and then once you get into the actual shaping of that material. And then the 3/32 has a less aggressive and finer throw, which is designed for fine finish and clear coat work, getting those sanding sessions in between each paint layer. Some things to take into consideration about both of these dual action sanders is they are extremely light and comfortable. I would venture to say that these handles on the top are probably some of the more ergonomic handles that I've felt in a sander in a very, very long time. They are insanely comfortable to use. In general, I haven't actually gotten to use them on any automobiles yet, but I've done a couple of metal specific sanding tasks around the house, and this one specifically, I haven't had a chance to use the 3/32, but the 3/16 it's nothing short of amazing. Again, the dust extraction is spot on. It's second to none. It makes doing inside work incredibly comfortable and incredibly clean. You don't have to do a lot of going back and cleaning up unnecessary sand and dust and grit and grime. So in closing, I'll say that regardless of what you might specifically need it for, if you use or need any type of sanding application, I would definitely take a look at these, especially if you do anything that requires a bit of a finer touch. these I think are the way to go as opposed to some of your standard sanders, just because of the balance, the comfortability. You don't get a ton of pigtails in your work pieces because of how finer, even with the 3/16 being a more aggressive one, you still don't get that same overly aggressive material removal. But yeah, if you find a need for a good sander, I would definitely take a look at either of these. I don't think you can go wrong. These are insanely capable, and I think that they're going to be game changers for years to come, just because of their comparison to like your pneumatic options. So again, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch, and we'll catch you on the next one.